How's everybody doing? We are theoretically live. We not necessarily alive, but we are theoretically live. We had a good, fun day filming with Russ and his friend Gavin, who we did a couple episodes with, who lives locally. So
Yay.
he might become a regular, which is really awesome.
Yep.
Really great guy. Played. We won't talk about the games yet.
No.
I mean, I'm not 100%
Should
certain.
be a
Let me think about. I know, but
surprise.
let me think about.
What?
I was disappointed with my ending the game so quickly on that one.
I know.
I was really disappointed. Didn't see it happening, and then.
I was disappointed too. I had more I wanted to do.
Well, that second one, oh my gosh, it was a cooperative game. I'll give you that hint. And oh my gosh, we got our rear ends completely kicked.
Oh,
All
yeah.
4 of us.
So fast.
It
well,
was like
Wow.
zero progress. You could maybe guess what it is, Derek, but zero progress.
Zero
made.
progress.
We'll probably do it on. I'll tell you this.
very embarrassing.
You want us to do it during Halloween, and you want to be involved with it.
Oh,
You asked if we got it early, and we did. So we finally filmed it.
oh,
But
cool. Yeah,
it's out there
I know
now.
what this is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Derek, it was the worst game we've ever had
Oh,
of it,
my
which was
Lord.
good. I mean,
Oh,
because it really kicked our
I'm
pants.
hearing, if it's what I think it is, I've heard it's quite punishing. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude. Well,
Yeah.
plus,
we could get nothing going on.
literally did.
Did you
Don't have more.
introduce?
Oh yeah, so yeah, we got Russ with us. Russ has been on the show.
Yeah, there's
several
this
times.
guy.
Russ Chapman.
Yeah, that dude.
And well, I did say we played with Russ and his friend Gavin.
Okay.
Yeah.
I won't spoil it, but I will say the puzzles that you do, which people guess it at that point if they know. We made one
small step of progress
contribution to the puzzles. One.
One.
Hey David, how you doing? Oh, there goes the compile box.
Oh.
Let me see if I can grab it with my
No.
trusty cane. Yes, I can.
It's okay. It's fine. It's been seen. It was there.
It's fine. But yeah, we one puzzle. It was crazy. All this moving around, all these things trying to happen, and nothing. But boy, oh boy, is it pretty.
Yeah, it was really.
David probably could figure out what I'm talking about too, since he painted the minis for the original one. Anyway,
Cagey.
it will become an episode regardless.
Yeah, I bought some of the altered stuff, the altered card game
Yeah?
released
Does it look
last
neato?
week. The artwork is amazing. Yeah. Now I'm all about this game, but probably not the way they want me to be. Oh,
Rave party.
Nice.
it's on the floor.
He's getting his microphone with a magnifying glass together.
Magnifying glass.
33 months.
Yay!
Oh,
more.
Nice. Wow, 27 months. That's good.
We had one, Michael, 56 months.
27
Michael had 56 months, I
Yay.
think, in a 56-month streak.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Got some super fans.
So 56 months puts us at the beginning of the pandemic. So I'm shocked that he didn't back us on the live streams he did with Deborah and Dave, but because
Maybe he
they're
wasn't
very supportive.
sure.
Yeah, they're very supportive. But they,
Well,
during
I
the-
don't
it
know
was
if I
back
like
then. I don't know how
this.
consistent. We weren't super consistent yet, and so that might be part of it. But.
certainly possibly missed it, but because those were having 2 weeks.
They just want to see us dance
Yeah.
dumb.
I didn't have a dance prepared.
You just flail.
It's
That's
not
all
my
you
head.
do.
I
Just
dance
flail.
like I do in a club, which is
Yay.
very, very
Just-
badly.
I just
Hey.
flail, basically.
Yeah, hello,
I'll do
Russ.
the
This
flail.
is your life
Hey,
now.
Ian Middleton.
Dance, monkey, dance.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly.
We have Russ here for another couple days, and then he's going off up north to Northern California. But it's good. I mean, we're excited to have him here. It's been good, other than me being disabled here.
Yep,
Temporary disabled. Yipes, it's bad. Like all of a sudden it hurts, like,
everywhere.
yeah, or, much more than it did. But thank you so much, guys. Did Michael somehow win a gift card 2 years in a row? Did Michael win 2 years in a row?
Yeah,
Maybe.
Yeah, I think we
I mean,
mentioned
here's the
that,
deal. So what Indecision 101's talking about is New Year's Eve we give away prizes. Now it's mostly just, I think it is just gift certificates to the BGG store. We
Yes.
sent games previously.
Well, yeah.
Oh my gosh. We had some guy in, I think the guy sold the game, which is fine, like in the time from like shipping it, because he was in the UK,
Yeah.
and it was a big box game, but we shipped it to somebody in the United States. So maybe he was having his friend bring it, or maybe he just sold it, but it was like a big box,
Okay.
I don't remember.
it was Takanoko or whatever.
Oh, the in the
Yeah.
wood.
Yeah. Hey, Jason. How you doing? Gosh, I haven't seen him in a long time.
We got
Hi
Ian.
Oh.
to Ian
Yeah, I
as well.
said hello to Ian there.
Yeah,
Are you two? Yep, Derek.
Oh,
you
I
were
was gonna say,
talking
yeah,
about-
with Altered, I'm really I just enjoyed the game, and you can it's on BGA, by the way. You can play all the starter decks
Oh,
on BGA,
cool.
and they're teasing, touting, announcing that you will be able to import your digital collection and play it on BGA. That has not been implemented yet, and I will say that my enthusiasm for the game hinges on that feature becoming a reality.
Oh.
Okay.
But I went to the local game store and I bought some packs because it's like there's only one store in town. Like, because it's not a super
Hey, Daryl.
friendly, like game store friendly concept, because there's no secondary market for the cards, because everything's, you can print everything on demand. So,
Right.
So there's only one store in town that's bothering to carry it, and they actually had some of the Kickstarter boosters, so I was buying some of those. And after I bought some, the guy told me, it's like, yeah, we got someone in the store that's all about it, and he's pulled like 2 gold packs, and I'm like, wait, from the box that I just bought from? What the heck? What? Hang on.
Are you kidding? Oh.
What is a gold
But,
pack? Is it like
but-
a rare card? or
Yeah, it
something?
must be.
Oh.
Yeah, the gold pack. So basically, it's full. It's all rare cards, and then in the game they have unique generated cards, and you get a bunch of
Oh.
those and foilers, and there's a whole rabbit hole of stuff tied with this game.
Yeah, the way
Yeah,
it's
okay.
doing
The only thing
stuff.
I'm excited about is that if BGA is going to actually be the official platform that you can play your collection of cards on,
Wow.
that excites me. Now, BGA, I love BGA. I love you, Board Game Arena, but I'm sorry, you have a history of being a little jank sometimes.
Yeah.
And I really hope they can do this, because there's unique cards, kind of Keyforge style. There are algorithmically generated cards you can get that are unique, as in when you own
One.
it, you have the only copy of the digital
Right.
the
Wow.
digital ownership of that card. You're the only one that can use it.
Well, are they
So
still doing
I
the
hope
you
that
can-
BGA can handle the back end of all that stuff.
Are they
like-
still doing the thing that you could borrow the cards and stuff like that?
That has not been. They have not. Those features of the app are not implemented yet. What you can do right now is when you open booster packs, you can scan them with the app, and they import right into your collection. The marketplace is not up and running. You can construct decks presently. They just with the launch of the game at retail, that feature is now live, so you can build decks with the cards in your collection. But you can't. As far as I can tell, you can't transfer or market cards yet, and obviously the BGA connection hasn't happened yet. But I hope it does, because that's really what
So is
has
it-
me all excited.
Okay.
Is it just delivering? Is that the deal? Like,
It
for the
just hit
Kickstarters?
retail. The Kickstarter I think delivered back sometime in August.
Okay.
Right around Gen Con time is when that hit. I think I didn't back, so I don't know when everybody got it. But the retail release got delayed to September something 10th, whatever happened
Right.
this last week.
Juneteenth.
Yeah.
Well, GameGenic did all the accessories for that Kickstarter.
Oh yeah, I
and they're-
bought the the cards layer for it with the embroidered logo on it. It looks
Nice.
so cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they have a whole bunch
Back,
of
I'll
really
grab it
good-looking
real-
stuff, and it's actually available now. Some of it anyway. Tokens, like acrylic tokens, all kinds of really cool stuff. We were running the little clip for a
Yeah.
few weeks
Yeah,
or a
gotta
month.
Plug
month and
my
a half.
ears back in.
I
Okay.
played it at
Okay.
UK Games
There we
Expo.
go, yeah.
They had it demoed there.
Yeah, I got
Yeah?
this one.
Yeah. Thing is, oh, there you go.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
That is
Yeah.
nice. Your
That's quite
microphone's
big as well.
turning down. It's okay.
Oh,
but
sorry.
Yeah.
It's okay. Just it's got a point.
I mean-
it's better if it points out.
I-
Oh, it's 'cause
yeah, yes, the Game Night, web show is sponsored by GameGenic, but I was a GameGenic fanboy before that happened. So.
Yeah. You want? Well, I could see now. I can see our Keyforge deck boxes. Finally, we
Yes.
found them.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Nice.
I bought those on my own because we had the decks that they generated some decks, custom decks for us for Keyforge with BGG
Oh, cool.
in the names, right? So they just gave us two, and everybody was like, we didn't care. We were just like, oh, cool. And everybody's like, what do you got in it? You know, I mean, because if there was something great, they probably would have wanted our deck.
Oh yeah, I'm curious. So at some point, you got to register those so I can see what they're rated and stuff, and see what's.
I'm
in
sure
there.
they're weak, but
Okay.
whatever. We can get them in there.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, especially the early days of Keyforge, the vast majority of decks were like, I mean, the whole gimmick was you play the deck you're given.
Of course, yeah. Figure out how and if you can win. Well, today we're going to play a game that Russ just was it at UK Games Expo?
Yeah, so I was given this copy of this game by someone from Greater Than Games.
Yeah.
And he showed it to me. He actually just wanted to show me the game, and I was like, okay, yeah, sure. And showed me it, and then I loved it so much. I played it 3 times in a row, and he's like, "You can have this one." I was
Nice.
like, oh, sweet. Okay, so
yeah. It's actually available now on. I think I saw it on Amazon. It's like $20. But it looks pretty cool. We're going to do it a couple times. We do have a short a show today because Nikki has a financial consultant call at
Yes,
noon.
I do.
So, probably about her retirement, kind of, preparing for,
Yes.
not that that's anytime soon.
No,
but,
maybe we'll be working
so she's
until
got to do that
I'm
at
dead.
noon. It's hard to schedule calls with all those kinds of things, but so she's got her phone in here, and we might not actually be quite done, but we'll.
It's just a 2-player game anyway, so.
I understand. We'll see, but we're gonna probably. Russ is actually gonna do his sightseeing today. He's been hanging out with us and doing little jump outs and he's got all kinds of stuff planned. He's got meals planned. He's got sightseeing planned.
Yeah, I'm such a foodie when I go on holiday.
It's
I always
awesome.
want to try
That's
the
the whole
best
point.
places. Like I already got the cake.
Yeah,
Yes.
so there's the Tom Cruise cake.
Tom Cruise cake.
In our neighborhood, there is a bakery, and I'm not certain. I thought they always said it's Doan's.
It's always Doan's.
But like somebody said, somebody else is making it to me, and I'm like, what? But anyway, it's a white chocolate coconut cake that Tom Cruise gives to all these
His
people on
short
his list
list of
at Christmas time, and we had heard about. Dave sent me the note, an article about it because Tom Hanks talked about it. He is excited to be on that list, and they love getting that cake, and it's down the street from us.
which I was surprised.
Yeah,
I'm
I was like,
what?
oh, okay, we know Doan's, but it's quite good and super rich. We got we got a full-on cake for my mom. So Dave got little ones, and we shared a small. They're little bundt cakes, the little ones, and we shared. 3 of us shared one of those, and it was too rich.
Yeah. Well,
we
it's
got
white chocolate and coconut.
And so we got the large. There's even a bigger one, but we got the bigger one that was $40-$50 for my mom for her birthday, and we didn't want to give her everything because she shouldn't eat it all. But we had half the cake, and we're cutting the thinnest slice as possible because it's so rich, and it lasted so long. But it is delicious.
I haven't had it yet. I've got it.
Yeah, we're
We've typed it. He's
gonna
gonna eat it and be like, "What's the big deal?"
But it is their bundt cakes, and you cook the bundt cakes with the on the top. And you put the white chocolate there, and it bakes it and caramelizes it, and then you turn it over, and then they put the coconut and the frosting and stuff on it. So it's
But they also hold it down with more white chocolate underneath the cake, and they fill the hole with more white chocolate. So it's insane.
I like it, but it is way too much.
I'm saying, looking forward to eating it so much.
I hope we haven't ruined it for you, but we don't. Hyping stuff up is not great, but it's still.
it never
that's what
lives
happened
up.
to me with In-N-Out. When I tried, I went
you heard how great it was?
I back in my traveling music days, I did a conference in Napa, and a friend of mine took me to In-N-Out for the first time. Because everyone had come back to Colorado and said, "Oh, you got to do In-N-Out while you're out there. When you're out to Napa, got to do In-N-Out." And I was like, it was fine. But I was it's
the thing,
it's a burger joint.
Sounds like eating one is a mission impossible. It is. Trying to eat a full white chocolate coconut cake is tough.
Mission accepted.
So the thing about In-N-Out is it is really good. It's all fresh, right? There's no frozen meats. They make the fries. They're slicing them right then at the before they fry them. I mean, it's a good place, and it's not terribly expensive. Teeth is hurting. It is true.
Yeah,
it is very much that, Ian. But it is really good.
As a
you just
treat,
have to have it
every once in a while.
Exactly, and you have to have small amounts of it. If you feel it getting to be too close to you stop.
But the other stuff you've tried, right?
Oh, while I've been here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where else have I tried? Oh, there's. I love like breakfasty stuff, like French toast. So I've been to a place that does really good French toast.
Oh, you did do that?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Not this trip.
Oh, okay.
But
he wants to go back.
Yeah. Yeah. There's like the problem is that when you go to a place a few times, you have your favorites.
Yeah.
And you stop exploring. 'Cause you're like, well, I'm only here for a short time, and I want to make sure that I have a good time, and I want to go and check out those places, which means you have less time to then explore other things.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
the other thing is like us, we go someplace and we know we like something, so immediately that's in our schedule,
Yeah.
right? And if you have too many of those, you
Yeah.
don't get to see anything.
Yeah.
Right.
But that it's a reality. I mean, we
Yeah.
go to Dallas, and Derek knows we need Velvet Taco. That's coming up in November.
Right.
Velvet
Oh yeah,
Taco's always going to happen.
it's almost. I get that twice a year, and I get so excited.
It is really
Right.
good. It is really good. And so I actually paid for it, something myself entirely recently, and put my email address in it. And now I get the mailers all the time. I'm like,
Yeah, like-
I don't really need to see the tacos of the
That I
month. you know?
can't have.
Yeah, exactly. But it's still delicious and really, really great.
Oh,
place.
is it email or are they mailing you?
Email,
stuff?
yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, that's really funny. It's like,
Like
eggs
this
for
person in
postage,
California.
where they don't even have a location.
Rusty, we got to. So Rusty, we got your shirt. It's over here somewhere. We need to get that to you.
Yes.
Rusty, I broke my foot, which is very exciting. I've not been able to tell him anything. I'll tell you all about that later. But if you want to come by and pick up your shirt before we leave on Tuesday. So anyway, let's get. I want to see Rusty too. I need to talk to you. I'll message you later today. And then he's going to be at BGCon, so he can have some Velvet Taco with us.
Yes.
So how do we play this, Russ?
Okay. So
this is compile one. Compile
main
one. Yeah,
this is
And
like
it's
the
a-
base game.
And it's a 2-player.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so what I thought we'd do first is, because part of the game is you are drafting these protocols. The concept of the game is that we're two AI kind of programs competing.
Oh.
The world has the singularity has occurred, and humanity is doomed. But these AIs are trying to rewrite the world in their vision. But they have these
Well, they're the
different
reason
protocols.
why we're in trouble.
Yeah.
They're not telling us the truth.
Yeah. I mean, there's not too much law. The rule book has a paragraph, but I
Oh,
got told that by the guy that showed it. to me.
Okay.
And so these are all the different kinds of protocols. So what I thought it would be good is if you want to pick 3 that you just like the sound of. You don't have to think too much about them, but you've got all different protocols, these are called. So if you pick 3 of your choice, I'm just going to let you just free pick. You'd usually draft, but if you just pick that 3 that seem interesting to you.
All right,
I went
now?
yeah.
Okay.
And you can do 3 as well, and I'll just.
Well, why
we'll
don't you
just
guys play together? That way you can explain stuff.
Yeah.
What?
why
Oh,
don't
okay,
you pick the 3
together.
cards and you guys
Okay.
are gonna-
I have
I
no
want
idea
gravity.
what I'm trying
we
to
need
do.
gravity.
So
I
if you
take whole
yeah,
deck?
so you'll take the deck. There's 6 cards in each deck, and then once we've picked the
wow.
3,
Boy,
we'll
they are
set
pretty.
the board up.
So this is just the title card, and then these are the actual cards.
Yeah, so these represent the protocols which we will be placing in the middle, and then the deck of cards we'll have in our hands to start. So, if you pick 3,
In spirit. I mean,
I
we
like
did
to
spirit.
I like to pick 3 that fit.
Is that the color here? Is that why is that fitting, or just gravity? Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you're just picking by the words at the point. If you were like a bit more of interested in the like strategy of the game, you could look at the bottom of the cards, the protocol cards, and they'll tell you what kind of things that protocol will help you do during the game. So you can sometimes mix and match based on that. But at this point, you can just pick based on what seems fun.
Are they trying to get rid of? I mean, death. Nothing shall survive. Slow death from within. I mean, I'm looking to try to like it.
You can go really dark, or you can go for random cards.
Wow. So they're kind of. I mean.
Okay.
So this is sort of the same. Is this the order that you do them
So
in?
I'll take these cards. Sorry?
Oh, it says here, if you look at the bottom, it says
Yeah,
shift, flip, and draw, and this one says flip, shift, draw.
Yeah. I think it's just, I don't know actually. I think I assumed it was how common those things are. But yeah, everything's good. That you're not gonna have a bad choice. So we're gonna take life.
Know your foe's mind. I guess I'll take that. I mean, I'm trying to solve the world's thrills
So you've got
here.
gravity and psychic at the moment. What else would you like to go with life?
I guess water or light. What do you think?
Ooh, light.
Let's go with light.
Okay.
Light and life, they seem like they fit thematically, so we'll take these cards as well. And then, what else would you like? We're going to shuffle the decks.
Oh, we
cards
do
together.
3, right?
I'm gonna do metal.
Metal, nice. And then you pick one more?
Water.
Water, perfect. Okay, so what we'll need to do to set up the game is we'll get rid of these. We don't need these.
And we shuffle it up.
And then you're going to place our 3 protocols in a line. So there's like 3 lanes in front of us. So yeah, we're going to have the... So is this where a good place for them? Yeah. So these are our protocols, and this is what we're trying to compile in order to win the game. So there's like 3 lanes here. Got lane 1, lane 2, lane 3. In our hand, we will start, I think, with 5 cards. And the cards have... I'll show you one actually on here. Does that show up? Oh,
Yep,
there we go.
Yep.
sure
So
does.
this is an example of a card. So you'll see it has the protocol that it's linked to here. A number in the top, a symbol that just represents the protocol as well. And 3 spaces on the card which represent different things that the card will do. But the position of them is important because the top one, and I'm just going to find one with... maybe we've got a whole deck of cards here without any on the top, but...
I thought that I saw one. Oh.
Not in here.
I thought I did.
It's not a super thing. Let me show you this one. So I'm going to take this one from darkness. Here we go. So you'll see the top one. This is a rule or something that's active while this is visible. And this will always be visible because when you play cards in this game, you actually always leave the top one visible. So that's kind of like an ability upgrade or whatever. The middle part of the card, that's something that triggers every time this card is played or flipped back to this side or uncovered. So if, for example, another card was removed, this now triggers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And the bottom card triggers every time it is visible, is active every time it's visible. But this is obviously going to be covered up. And usually it's a bad thing. Oh, it's a really good thing, but it won't last that long because you are going to cover it up. So that's just an idea of the kind of things you'll see on the cards.
Okay.
But the kind of things you can do with the cards involves drawing cards from your deck, or flipping a card over, or moving a card between a different lane. So when it's your turn, and we're going to shuffle these again to start the game, but you're going to have some cards in your hand like this, and then you're going to play one of the cards into its appropriate lane.
Okay.
So for example, if we had these cards here, sorry, put them up a little bit. If I wanted to play this one, life, I'd have to play it into the lane with the life protocol in it.
Okay.
I can't play it anywhere else. And then as soon as I've played it, anything on that card triggers. So for example, the rule would come into play. This one would allow me to flip one card and then flip another card. If you can do something, I think you must do something. So in this case, I would have to flip a card, and because this is the only card on the board, I then flip it again. I can also affect my opponent's cards as well. So I can do that. And the reason to do that is because I'm not really doing a slick job here, sorry. But so when you play cards into the lane and then any effects trigger, there are 2 other things that you can do on your turn, and one of them is a mandatory. If you manage to achieve a total... So I know these are the wrong cards here, but if on your turn, at the beginning of your turn, you have 10 or more points in the lane, and your opponent does not have more than you, you must do what is called the compile action. And a compile action is what you want to do to win the game, because the first thing you'll do is you'll flip over your protocol. It is now being compiled, and you are one step closer to winning the game. And all cards in that lane, including any in your opponent's thing, are essentially discarded. So you would
so
get rid
he
of
would
them.
have to start over on
Yeah.
gravity if it...
Yeah,
Gravity.
Yeah. But at the same time, if you just let me have that one, then you do want to try and stop me. So that's where, for example, you may want to move a card, because as long as at the beginning of my turn those things are true, then I have to compile. But if they're not, then I maybe want to try and achieve that again. the third thing that you can do on your turn, and you can choose to do this instead of playing a card, is to refresh. And when you refresh, you're basically drawing up to 5 cards
in your hand.
Yeah. So you will eventually play cards. And then you'll refresh. And in like a normal deck building game, if you ever have no cards in your deck, you will take the discard pile, and each player has their own discard pile, and shuffle it to create a new one. So you will hopefully never run out of cards. So let's talk about the things on the cards. And so, the other thing is each of the backs of the cards is the same. It's got this 2 value.
Right.
Okay.
So show you that. So that means that you can always play a card into a lane, because these are neutral. They do not require you to play it into a specific lane. You can always
to get
play
you to
it.
10 so that you can compile.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So that's a choice to just play
Yeah.
the 2 side. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So like, talking about some of the effects on the cards. If it says flip, you're flipping a card. If a card is covered up, it
Are you
cannot
flipping
be
any card, or
a card
that you can flip?
Any available card that can be flipped is one that isn't covered up by another card.
Okay.
So anything that's on the bottom sort of
So
of
if
a
you had
lane.
something like on the pile,
Or
you want
his
to flip
side,
it
Yeah, so I
right?
could flip that over. Now there could be
Or-
good or bad, because sometimes I want to flip over a card for you because it's reducing the value.
Yeah.
But
I'm just trying to make it.
And but then if you manage to flip it over again, you get to trigger that card again.
Right.
So it sometimes
Okay.
can be bad for me if
Right.
I let you do that. When it says drawing cards, obviously this is just drawing cards from your deck. Returning cards is returning cards to your hand. So if I was to do this, return all cards of the value of 2 in a single line, which actually wouldn't
You don't have
impact
any
this
in that
point.
one,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Do you want to? Is that like a good thing so that you can reactivate it?
it's usually something you'd want to play to affect an opponent. Maybe they have some 2 cards and you're like, they're getting too close to compiling that. So you can
Right.
play this, and then you can choose a line, and then both cards, players' cards in that line with a value of 2 are returned to them. So they could play it again. But that's how that works. There's also moving, and if you want to move a card, you will move from an uncovered card to a different lane, and that can mean that some cards that are in the wrong lane, they can go in. They're in the right lane, can be moved to ones in the wrong lane. And that's totally fine, because the only time that this matters is when you're playing a face-up card into a lane. So I could never play that into here or here, but I could play it into here, and it could be moved into there, and that would still be fine.
Oh, okay,
So,
okay.
Yeah, the only time that matters.
So whenever you're putting it, though, you're covering up everything except the top one.
That's right. Yeah. So you're always leaving this top one free, and that
and
means
if it had something there, that'd be beneficial.
yeah. So that's cool, because you might set yourself up to keep a really cool ability or
Right.
Okay.
advantage to you on that section, and that'll be something your opponent may want to try and get rid of. I think. Oh,
Well, you
delete.
can also talk us through this.
Yeah, exactly. So deleting as well is just discarding a card, but not getting rid of it out of the game, I think. Because returning,
Is compiling getting rid of the cards?
compiling they get discarded, so you
Right.
will get those cards back into your deck. Let's say delete card. I'm pretty sure that is just discarding. Flipping cards, drawing cards. Yeah, talks about revealing hands. Shifting is moving. Shifting is moving. And yeah, I think that's enough to get us started, I reckon. So yeah, we're going to shuffle our decks now. So you've got 18 cards. Shuffle them up. Is there anything you've seen on any of your cards that you're unsure about?
I mean, we'll
Yeah.
figure them out. I mean, it is, they're actually quite basic stuff.
Yeah.
So it isn't that weird, but it might conditionally, like in the situation, it might
Okay.
actually have an issue.
Generally
Easy.
speaking, unless a card says all or specifically says a covered card, you can't affect cards that are covered up with other cards. So, for example, this card cannot be affected by anything unless it says all cards in a line, or specifically says any card. This one is not available to be like moved or flipped or whatever.
The compile side one.
No,
Or the
as in
top
just
one.
any card that's like that. So specifically, it will either say all cards, in which case you could choose that one, or a covered card. But if it just says if it says flip one card, you couldn't.
Yeah, you can't do the one
affect that
underneath.
one.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. So I just wanted to be clear on that. Yeah, does that kind of make sense?
Yeah.
Kind of.
There's also a card in here I realized that's called about rearranging protocols. We're not playing with it, but there is a thing in the game called the control component, and I think that goes to you if you compile something that you've already compiled, and that allows you to basically spend it to rearrange your protocols. But I actually also have a card in this deck that's talking about rearranging, and when you rearrange protocols, you literally just you switch the places between
Right.
Oh,
so you actually the positions of these could be important, but for now I think especially in the first game you play. Okay, so we're gonna draw 5 cards into our hand, and then just put our a sort of draw deck over there, and then we can have a look at what cards we've got. Should we do this off camera?
Sure.
Sorry, we're not playing with that. Sorry.
Yeah, I want it off. We're not using it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it. I want to just quickly
Do you want to double check delete? Is
delete. Yeah. I'll check. The thing is, this was not the official product when I got it. So I think that hopefully they'll clarify. Yeah. So trash. Yeah. So the trashing is basically as good as like a discard pile. Yeah. So when you delete cards, they go into the discard pile. Yeah. Cool. And then yeah, there's 5 cards. It is. How did I not forget? How did I not do this? 5 cards. Yes. Okay. Cool. There we go. So yeah. Owen, who goes first? I forgot who goes first in this game.
The person who was last on a computer, which would mean Lincoln.
I
I don't know. I made that up.
Let's do that. I think it's actually the drafting is.
Oh, we'll tell you what it is.
Yeah, so
Okay,
depending
we
on
didn't
who,
draft.
it says the person who drafted first, so it's like a first-hand advantage. Yeah, so now we want to think like what cards do we have, and that's going to impact sort of what we're likely to try and compile first. So we're looking at these.
So I'm going to put this one down. It says when this card would be covered or flipped, first delete this card.
Okay, so that one is going to be.
That's going to be challenging. I can't do that.
Yeah,
one,
because
I have to put something else.
Exactly.
It has to be like a final thing.
Yes, that's right. So that's like your final play. So we have a little bit of advantage now because we know that he has that card.
So we're gonna play metal, draw 1 card, delete all cards in one other line with 8 or more cards.
So that you'd still draw the card, but you don't.
Oh, it's draw from here.
Oh yeah, from there, yeah.
Okay.
So that's cool because it allows you to maintain your hand. Having less cards. Hello, Circe.
Circe, yeah. How you doing?
Hi.
Yeah. So in this one, you would delete.
But there's nothing.
But there's nothing
to delete. Yeah.
So
with 8 or more cards. So that's.
So the funny thing is, because that's worth 3 right now, and
Yeah.
he needs 10 or more to compile, so he's on the way. But if we flip that card over, it would be a 2. So if we had, for example, that would be good though, because then we would get to take cards.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure you can have more. I will be referencing this a lot, by the way. I'm
Don't
sorry.
worry about it. This is
way
Game
more
Night Live.
casual than.
I'm just saying because there's a step at the there's a step in each of the phases. There's like 6 steps, and one of them is checking. Yeah. So you actually do need to discard down to 5 cards if you have this. So we don't want to do that yet.
Okay. All right.
But we can save that for later. So if
Later.
you look at some of these other cards,
We'll be back later.
Yeah.
well, that's kind of cool.
Hey, good looking.
Because that would be able to see what Lincoln has.
Sure.
Should we play that one?
Sure.
Yeah.
It's a good number too.
Yeah. So we've got this one.
Nice.
So it's 4, and it's on the one that's competing with him as well. So we're gonna ask you to reveal your hand. So we have a 6 metal, which we knew, and we've got lots of
3s and
psychic
4s
cards.
and 1s. Okay.
Okay. I mean, we're not going to delve into too much because
All right.
when you play this game.
Now, do I draw back up?
No, so we don't actually draw back up at the end of our turn unless we choose to refresh on our turn, in which case we draw back up to 5.
Okay.
So we're actually not going to do that. So yeah, now it's Lincoln's turn again.
Psychic. Your opponent can only play cards face down.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ouch. So until that card is dealt with, but that's only going to last for one turn because you see the start
Start
of Lincoln's next turn, that card must be flipped.
Oh, is that
So
what
this
that's
means
saying?
that for this
Okay.
turn,
Is it possible to play? Well, go ahead. Finish that one.
Oh, I don't know what
You
we're
were saying
doing.
is it at the start of my turn? I interrupted you, so I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
make sure. So that at the start of my turn, I'm going to flip it over, and it'll be a 2.
yeah.
So you can only play face down right now.
Yeah.
You can't deal with this.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to hopefully flip it back over so that.
Yeah, but every time you flip it over, that because that bottom card will always be showing unless you somehow manage to move a card onto it. That's the trick of the game. 'Cause
Right.
if you manage to get that, that would be very good. And that's that's what I think is one of the cool things about this game is that there's so much you can do with such basic moves in the game. Do you have any?
Do you want to do this one?
That one could be good. Yeah, we can try.
Or did you want to stick with those?
Oh, remember, we can't play anything
Face up.
Face up.
Yeah, so we only have to play a face
I'm
down
going to
one.
play it 2. But
So
I
is
mean,
that-
you could play it here and give yourself 6.
If we've got a card that lets us flip cards, for example, we
This
can use
one?
that to our advantage. Yeah, so if we played one of the, as long as we save one of these cards, we can utilize that later. So because remember, if we're playing a card face down and we flip it, it's like we've played it into that section. So that's pretty cool. Maybe we want to play this one
Okay.
face down here.
All right.
Because then maybe we can flip it later on.
All right.
And remember,
Sure.
that's allowed.
Right.
Okay.
Can you play a card that does not belong in one of these categories face down?
I think you can. I will double check though.
Because that seems like that'd be the way.
Oh, that's
if you're
what
not
we
getting
just
what you
did.
want. Okay.
I mean, just to show you,
it's
Yeah.
fine. You don't have-
it
I
was
think-
a life card,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah,
put it here.
When playing face down, you can play cards into any line. So that's a way to play cards off protocol, I guess.
Okay.
So that's our turn.
Okie dokie.
So we've got 6 in light now. So we get 4.
So this is done. This flips.
Yes. So now we're back.
I'm
We're
going to
back.
play. Draw 2 cards. Your opponent discards 2 cards, then reveals their hand.
Oh my gosh, that's so strong.
I'm a psychic.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
so we
really-
show you our cards.
Well, we don't have to.
Oh.
It does.
We just discard them first.
Then
but yeah,
reveals their hand.
Yeah, but we want to save one that we can flip, right? Is that right?
Wait, when do we do this?
Now. So this triggers now. So he's drawn 2 cards. Your opponent discards 2 cards.
reveals their hand.
Then
You have
reveals their
one
hand. So
card.
which card do we want to save? Maybe
But you're
That
going to have to
one.
this one would
refresh,
be
right?
good to save because look.
Yeah, okay, so
Do you
these
think?
two
Yeah.
go?
Yeah. So those 2 are discarded.
Totally out of the game?
Oh no, they'll come back in at
Okay.
some point. Yeah, and then we're going to reveal this is our last card. So it's light 0. Love the. Can you see that the shiny?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
iridescent.
the shiny.
So cool.
The foil.
Yeah.
So that was it.
Foiled
Yeah.
again.
So this is the card. So yeah, now you've
It's
seen
the
that.
only card we have, so...
And then that's so now you have to check if you've got more than 5
Okay.
cards. 5.
Yeah, that's why I said
Playing a
it.
perfect game so far.
That's why I say
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
right
yeah.
on
I'm
that
like, I want to do
level.
that one so that I can get back up to 5.
Okay, so we can now play this, and then we can flip that one maybe, and then we can draw that number of cards. we've got.
Okay.
So we're going to play that into this one.
Light.
Yeah. And this one says flip 1 card and draw cards equal to that card's value. Now, I don't know for
do the 0.
well,
I'm just joking.
well, this is the thing. I think we
We have to do the 3.
Yeah, we're going to do that one. I think because I think it's the value of the card when we
Flip
flip it.
card,
So now
then.
because of that, we get to draw 3 cards, which is
2,
good.
right?
No, 3 because we flipped a 3.
Oh,
was
so
two.
it's
Yeah,
not what was...
Yeah, which is
It's
good.
metal.
Because remember, if we don't have any cards, or we don't have cards we can play or want to play on our turn, then that would basically, it's like missing a go.
Okay.
So yeah, that's our turn. So anything in there look good? I mean, this isn't great, but that's why.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
you know what I'm thinking?
Which one? Oh. Yeah, but
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, sorry.
what would
Oh,
you...
yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
because
It's my
okay.
turn anyway.
We're trying to
planning ahead.
prepare.
I know, but I'm gonna mess with you once again. I'm playing the psychic value here. Your opponent discards 1 card,
Oh, come
and then
on.
I shift one of their cards.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, he's kicking our butt.
So what is the
Okay.
shifting? What am I doing when I shift here?
So shifting is moving
Right.
cards. It's the fancy term for that. So you're going to move one of our cards. Again, because it doesn't say any cards, you can really only impact this one, and you're going to move it to a different line. And the cool thing is had this card been face up, then we would have been able to trigger that effect again.
And it was a good effect on that one, I think.
So in that case, maybe...
we have to get rid of something, though.
We keep this one.
Okay.
And I think, should we get rid of that one? Discard that one?
Sure.
Yeah?
Because we're not... Yeah.
So we're discarding that card.
Okay.
And then now you
We'll
are going to
shift
shift the card, So that,
Doesn't matter.
All right.
It might.
No,
Right.
I mean, because it's not the value. You're looking for 6 here. That was a 0. Now, if
Yeah.
you were able to flip it to a 2, that would be great. I'm figuring this out.
You're doing fine.
Yeah.
It's our turn now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, we can play... We kind of want to play this one because this one helps us that way.
Okay.
Right? So, we do this.
On that one, yeah. So we cover this.
We covered that up. So, and this is allowed, because even though light isn't in there, this is the protocol. So it says draw one card, so we'll do that. And then we can flip a face down card. Now that is our
Here's
card.
our new one.
Yeah, okay. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's good,
Okay.
we need that. So we'll flip this one over. Do you remember what this one is? I actually don't remember.
It was a
You should
good
know if you
one.
like it.
Oh, sweet.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Sweet.
Ooh,
So we're on
7. Holy cow.
Okay, so...
Oh, but that's life.
When this card would be covered, first play the top card of your your deck face down in another line.
So when we play on here, we get to just put that card somewhere else. So that can help us as well.
Okay.
We're not doing too bad. We're doing all right.
Well, I'm going to play a gravity card.
Uh-oh.
No. I get to draw 2 cards, and then I get to shift 1 card either to or from this line.
Okay.
Oh, so it has to be played on you
So I draw 2.
yourself.
I like drawing cards.
So you have to now move something
Yeah.
from one line to another.
Well, from either to or from this one. So if I want the...
and if you get that one on to that one, you'd put yourself on 6.
Let us see here. Let me see. Okay.
But it has to be on gravity. That I think.
Or he could move that gravity.
Yeah,
card
or
somewhere else,
gravity
yeah.
can go somewhere.
Right. I'm trying to figure out what the
I'm
best
thinking about that one.
Okay.
best
Because that
solution
one
is here.
would allow us to move that to there. And then we could play this.
Okay.
Maybe. That's unless Lincoln messes with us again.
Well, we'll plan, and then he'll have something that discards our cards in our hand.
Yeah, he's gotten rid of a lot of our cards.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, was there anything on the top? Oh, I guess so. Cool. That's fine. And that's your turn?
Yep.
And you have how many cards? 5?
Yep. I'm timing.
You're literally like perfectly managing your hands.
Yes.
So shall we do that one?
Yeah.
So we'll play this one, and we have to play it on here because it's the only place we
Right.
can do it.
So we
that's
draw
2
2.
cards. And this is rearranging protocol. So
2.
now we're allowed to move stuff over.
Well, that would go to 9.
Oh,
Right.
so this is rearranging these.
Those.
Oh.
So what this means is you can, I think it means you can move them, you can switch 2 around. I want to check that because I've never actually played many of the decks.
I don't think it makes a difference. It's not really helping us.
What did I do with the rule book? I've lost it somewhere.
What?
Okay. I must have dropped it somewhere. Where did I put it?
Is it in your lap?
No.
Well, I'll
Oh,
stand
that's
up.
okay. Don't worry.
Did you put it in your pocket?
It's around here somewhere.
Yeah, I
You haven't
literally
moved.
had it. Literally had it.
That
Oh,
is
it's like,
that-
oh, it's right. It's because it's right here. How did I miss that? Live,
pros
this is
here.
live, everyone.
yeah.
So when you rearrange, change the position of protocols. So I think that means you can just move them.
And is it our own protocols?
Yes. Yeah.
That would be horrible, but we could,
yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Um,
So yeah, we can just rearrange them.
So I was hoping that this card would happen when we had like a lot of stuff in the wrong rows, but we're pretty even with light and life not being correct.
So I was thinking is because if you look at the cards that we've got, this one, having to be able to play this one somewhere, if you know what I mean. So I was thinking if we just rearranged, maybe put life over where light is.
Yeah.
And do you think there's... Yeah, I think maybe we keep them other one water where it is, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah? Sweet. Okay.
Because there's nothing else I mean, but it's still, I don't know,
Yeah.
You guys ready?
silly.
Yeah, so we
Okay.
think we're done. Yeah.
So I'm going to play this here. Shift one face down card to this line.
Okay.
This now makes that a 10.
That's right.
Nice.
So, now, so that's the end of it. Now, this is interesting because we could, knowing that when Lincoln's turn is next, he would have to compile that. And if we don't care about these cards, which at the moment I don't think we have any way to overtake him, but we could
Right.
potentially move a card.
I don't think we have anything that does that.
We could maybe that one, but I was thinking maybe we just, while Lincoln's going to compile that, and we play this here.
Okay.
And then we would also compile, so we'd essentially be 1-1.
Oh, all right.
Yeah? So
Right.
we're going to play this. And this says, first play the top card of your deck face down in another line, because we're playing this. So we're going to place that. And we should put it here, right? Because this is going to get wiped
That's
out.
going to get wiped
Yeah.
out. Too bad he doesn't have any metal, so we
Yeah,
could wipe
I
out
know.
his metal. But
I know.
okay, interesting.
But now we also have to discard a card. And do you have any preference about which card we should get rid of? That's
Uh,
kind of cool, but then
yeah.
they're also kind of...
They're both cool, but that has a number on it, so
Mhm.
maybe we get rid of that one.
Yeah. This one allows us to mess with him a bit, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's more useful.
I
but
don't
should we
know.
get rid of this one then?
I don't know what's
Yeah?
useful.
We're trying. We're learning. So
Yeah.
we can just try and find stuff. Okay, so now you have to compile. So
Yep.
this step is, first of all, you flip this over. Now you're one step closer. So yeah, you've completed gravity. And now all of these cards in both of sides of the lane, they get discarded or trashed. And that is that. But, and that's your whole turn. But then we're in a similar position here. So we have 12.
Yeah.
We don't get bonus points for over-compiling here.
Come on.
But, so now we've done that. And then those cards get discarded. And then it is now Lincoln's turn again.
Okay.
So that's it. That's how it... Yeah.
So now gravity
Interesting.
cards become 2s for me.
Yeah, I mean, you can still play them face down into other lanes, and you could flip
That's
them
what I'm
up.
saying,
And yeah,
which is
yeah,
good.
Yeah. So if you've got some really good gravity cards, it just might take you an extra step to utilize
Yep.
them.
I'm going to do just do this one here.
Okay. Sweet. All right. So we're gonna play this one, right? We may
Yeah.
as well.
Right.
So we're gonna play this one onto the water, and this one's what was that one, by the way? Did you just play?
Draw 2. Oh, no, this one here was
Oh,
what I
okay,
just
cool,
played.
cool. So we can play the top card of the deck face down in each other line, and so that is this one as well, which is cool. So that we've just gained 4.
Even though we compiled, you would still put it there?
Yeah, because remember we can still stop Lincoln from compiling if we overtake him.
Oh.
So there is an
Okay.
incentive to keep involved in all of the lanes.
Now, what happens if we get up to 10 on life again?
So
Does that
if
matter?
that happens, there is something you can do. That's where you might want to use the control component, because if you
Okay.
do that, you get an advantage where it allows you to rearrange your protocols. But I think in the basic game, it just stops your opponent from winning.
Okay, but I
Um,
don't get anything out of compiling again.
Other than having getting rid of all of the cards in Lincoln, so it could impede him in some
Okay.
way. Yeah, so I don't think that actually does anything in the base game. Yeah, so I think that's all good.
All right.
If
So,
we
like,
recompile.
okay, so Lincoln could keep playing into gravity
I
to
will want
stop
to
us
stop you
from
from doing
light.
that one.
So sorry, if you recompile a line, which is what you're talking about, then all cards in that line are deleted as described. But instead of flipping your protocol card, you draw the top card of your opponent's deck. So we could get some cards, and in that case, this is cool.
Okay.
So if we had a gravity card in our hand, say we drew from Lincoln's deck, we can still play it into the gravity line because the gravity affects the entire
Okay.
line. So this is like the gravity lane. Sorry.
Oh, so
Yeah.
we could play it
Yeah.
a gravity from our hand into this.
the line, yeah.
Oh,
Lane,
okay.
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
My
Now I
turn?
kind of want to do that, because he's got some pretty strong cards.
My
so-
turn?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so. Yeah. All right. Now we have no cards,
Right.
so we have to do a refresh step.
Okay.
So we're just going to draw 5 cards. That looks like it might not be enough.
That's only 3.
So we'll get 2 more after
Well, you guys are
shuffling that.
going well, I've thrown stuff out, but
You're throwing our good stuff
You've
out.
made us discard a bunch of cards as well. Although I'm liking what we're seeing here.
Okay. 4, 5.
That one's going to be particularly good for us, right? That,
Oh, yeah.
Because that one, we just set that one up.
Here's these two.
Oh, okay, cool. And
Lincoln's turn, right? Because that was our turn.
Hey, this one's done now. I'm compiling next turn.
Yikes.
Okay.
Unless you can do something to change
exactly.
it.
So this is the thing.
What was that one?
So if we get a card onto that card, it would get deleted. So can we shift? Oh, no, hang on, can't do
No.
that one.
No, we don't have anything.
That is so frustrating.
What is this? No.
Can we
can't
flip?
stop
Oh,
them.
can we flip a card? Oh, there we go. We could
Oh.
do that. That would flip that one, and that would destroy it. Actually, should we do that? I think that's.
We have to.
Yeah.
But we can't play that down into it's the wrong type. It would go over here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So we're gonna play water, and this one says flip one other card. So we're gonna flip that metal one.
Okay.
A 6, and because that
Oh,
card,
just flip it, not discard.
No,
Yeah,
it
but-
discards it.
yeah. So that's the thing.
Oh.
That's why it's such a strong card. And then our thing is we have to flip this card now as part of its own thing.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah.
Oh.
Okay, well, I'll play Gravity.
So this is great because Lincoln has no cards, so he doesn't have to discard, which is pretty good. That's why it's such a strong number because
Okay.
you have to discard.
Nice.
However, we're on 7 right
7 on water.
now, and dang,
Uh-huh.
we can't compile this turn. But what would you like to do? Is there anything you're thinking about this? Of any of these cards? Sorry.
I don't know, because he's probably going to recompile
Well, I have
Gravity
to draw
soon.
cards. So.
Okay.
So if we do this, we can reveal a face down card, and
Oh.
we can shift that card. So we can
I
we
don't
can
even-
move it
okay.
into.
I got to pay more attention because I don't remember what some of these were. that
We
put
didn't know.
down.
We don't know what these
we
cards
don't know
because we
what
drew them
those
from
two
the deck.
were.
Yeah, so
okay.
they could be good, right?
All right.
Do you want to?
Sure.
Should we do that? So we're gonna play this one into life.
I thought
Oh
we
no,
were
sorry, no,
playing
we're gonna play that
one.
one. Sorry, ignore that. You didn't see that. We're playing light. This is draw 2 cards, which again would put us on 5, which is nice. And then we can shift. So reveal one face down card. So we like to reveal this one. We know this one allows us to flip a card, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Let's be exciting.
Okay, let's see what the mystery card is.
Mystery
Okay.
card. Ooh, it has
Okay.
2 things.
Each line with you. Oh, this is nice actually, because look, this one allows us to add cards into here, which would be good, right? So we have to shift or flip this card, by the way, so we can move this wherever, and play the top card of your deck face down in each line where you have a card. So we would actually.
So do we play both of these? Is that how that happens when
Yeah,
there's
so
2?
So this one says play the top card of your deck face down in each line when you have a card. So we're going to do that now, and because this includes itself, it's just going to get deleted. But then this is kind of interesting because this said it's going to flip. You may shift or flip that card. Which triggers first? I want to say we resolve this.
Yeah, it was played first, so
Yeah.
I think you have
This
to
is a little
resolve
bit
that
tricky.
First.
There's a little bit of a grey area on this, but we're going to say we're going to shift this card, but then, or we can just flip it and not deal with it. No, we want this to happen actually. Now we play the top card of your deck face down in each card line where you have a card, including this one. So this one's going to get deleted because of its own thing.
Delete thing.
Oh, that one doesn't go there because we didn't have a card there.
Okay.
So that goes there, and then we
And
also
that-
play one there as well. Sweet. That was a janky turn, but we did it.
And this is my turn. I'm done.
Sweet. Oh yeah, because you're drawing. Okay, so now we can maybe just play something on here. Sorry. Do we want to...
Yeah, just to get it so we can compile, right?
Oh yeah, this would be good as well. Right. Oh no, we can't do that one. We want to play this one, right?
That hot. Okay, we don't need to, but sure.
Or we could just play a face down card, because we only need 2 more, right?
Right.
Yeah? So which one do we not care much for? We want to save this one, I think. Because
Yeah.
we need that one. And we don't need life at the moment, so maybe we flip one of these face down.
Okay.
Should we just do this one, because it's worth 1?
Sure.
Yeah? Cool. So we're going to play this one here. And that puts us on 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. 11.
Okay.
Is my mic alright? Fine.
It's all right. As long as everyone seems to be hearing you.
Nice.
I'm going to play this one here. I draw 2 cards. You guys can't compile the next turn.
Woohoo!
Oh.
I have
So-
1 extra card, so I have to discard here.
So this is hopefully he's setting up for something so that
To
he
maybe
can
knock us
stop
out,
yeah.
or at least slow us down.
But even though we can't compile, we can still add.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
which would be interesting.
Okay.
I don't remember what that one is, but we could have.
I still don't remember.
This
It's
one we'd want
okay.
to save till last because what
Yeah.
Lincoln did earlier on, right?
Right. I
So
like these cards are nice.
they're really good quality, and I think this is like I think like a final production copy.
Oh,
So I think this
okay.
is what. And I remember the guy told me that this was because there's only 6 cards per deck, and the
Okay.
base game comes with like 12 protocols.
All right.
So there's like what 72 cards, plus the 12 that you have the protocols as well, and so it's like 84 cards, and they're all really good quality as well. So that's why it's kind of like
Oh, these are the discards. I don't need to be face down, but...
oh, they're a discard pile. Got it.
Okay.
So we can't compile. Do we want to just load up on this?
Sure.
Just overkill it. Well, this one would be nice.
Yeah,
What do you think?
could work on that one.
This one, these two we can't play. This, well, unless we played them face down. Or,
Yeah.
or should we do this?
So that's the only one we could play there. Okay.
Remember this card, we don't know what it is either, right? We could do this one, draw a card, and then flip this one and see what it is.
Okay, sure.
Do you want to try that?
Yeah.
Sweet. So we're playing this one, so it allows us to draw a card, and then we flip one face down, which I don't think we know what this one is. I don't remember
Yeah.
what this one is.
I don't either.
Should we just flip this one?
Sure. Let's find out.
See what it is. Oh, look at this.
Nice.
That was lucky, because this, your opponent reveals their hand.
Okay.
It's a metal, psychic. All right.
3
Okay.
psychic.
Well, that's kind of cool, because we know that he can't focus on this one. For a bit.
Okay.
And that's our turn.
Okay. So... I'm going to play Psychic 2.
Mhm.
Your opponent discards 2 cards.
Oh boy. What do you want to get rid of? We've got these two.
Oh, no.
There's more to this.
Yeah,
by the
I
way.
know what's
So,
happening.
one
We're
thing
in-
at a
we're in
time.
trouble, Nikki.
One thing at a time. Okay, what do you want to do? You want to
Well,
keep that, don't
worried
you?
about what he's gonna do.
This
I think
is the
should
one we
keep,
just got, which is great, but
Yeah, but I think we
one
need
of
to
those
keep
again.
this one
Yes.
as a safety.
and these two go?
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Okay. There you go,
Yeah,
Lincoln.
all right.
Yep. Okay.
Oh,
Got
no.
rid of a 5.
First thing is we've rearranged the
Oh,
protocols.
Mhm.
And we'll put water over here.
Thanks.
Whatever. It's just...
No, it's
if
cool.
this one's compiled,
You
I want to
stopped
block
me,
that
so
one.
now we can't compile this because it's not in
We
the correct
can,
place.
but it's just
can,
going to
but
be.
it doesn't do
it's-
anything.
but it does allow us to draw a card from Lincoln's deck
Oh,
because yeah,
it's got only
you
got
know what that
one.
is?
Card.
Yeah, you
no,
don't-
I don't
you know what that is.
I haven't seen it yet.
So that's the end of your turn.
Yeah.
So now we compile. Now, annoyingly, obviously, we are compiling an already compiled one, so
Yeah,
that
sweet.
still triggers. But the benefit of it is that you'll get rid of your cards as well. So
Yep.
all of these cards go into the discard
is
pile,
so
and we draw
annoying.
this card, which
I
is kind
see.
of cool.
Because so that he turned it into
Ooh.
recompile.
This is good though.
All right.
Look at this.
Oh. Okay. So he
Okay.
turned it into recompile. So that's what happened there.
Yeah. So we were
didn't
recompiling.
get to get
live.
any closer to finishing.
We're very
okay?
pro. We're very pro.
All
We really
right.
want to bring life into this new world. We're very positive on the life.
So I'm going to compile next turn if you guys can't do something about it.
I'm sure we can't.
And I will discard this card.
This is kind of interesting because, yeah, we might not be able to, but that doesn't matter hugely because we can do this.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, sweet. So we're gonna play this, which is
You'll compile
gravity.
it next turn.
Yeah. So we're gonna be in another thing. So it's gonna be 2/2.
And then your opponent.
Opponent plays the top card of their deck face down in this line, which is
Okay.
silly because that's
Yeah, I
gonna
don't have
get
anything.
immediately. Oh no, you would create a new deck and it'd go down there, but it's gonna get discarded immediately because we're gonna compile this.
Right.
But hey, that might be a really good card that we don't need to use.
Oh,
anymore.
I see.
Face up.
Is it all making sense? The game?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
Boom. Then it's Lincoln's turn.
Hey, I'm compiling.
Yay for compiling. So this
we're
goes.
compiling that was getting rid of that. So metal. So I also think this is a really good potential band name generator or
Yeah.
band genre creator.
Light, life, water.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's some Dune thing.
Gravity, psychic, metal. I like that one. Lincoln's is better.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm taking your cards to put in the discard pile.
No.
So we also now compile. So we're going to take this.
Okay.
These all get discarded, as well as Lincoln's. Those get discarded as well. But we compiled water. Now we
Okay.
have been one step behind Lincoln.
And does his gravity stay in our deck?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's our card unless he somehow gets it back.
All right.
We're actually doing very even because he's got 2 cards, we've got 2 cards. We've both
Yeah.
compiled 2 protocols. It's
Uh-huh.
quite close.
It's taking 2 of us, though.
Yeah. But it's fine. That's, like sometimes that's the way it goes. I think the more you get to play this game, the more you sense the sort of like strength of certain
This
cards.
says
as
I
well.
may return one of your opponent's cards, which I don't have, if you do flip this card.
Okay, so he has now the opportunity to basically force us to return a card to our hands. We'd have to play it again. So should we play this one?
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually thinking about it, because this one in there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, this is still good for us,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so we'll play this one, Life. And we're going to play the card face down in this one, I think. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good. Oh no,
Okay.
sorry, we don't do that yet. My bad.
Oh,
It's when this
oops.
card would
Oh,
come
when
up.
I
My bad.
didn't finish
My bad.
reading.
Rules flub.
I'm going to refresh.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Now, we should play this, I think, right? Because
Wait,
this is-
you get 5, right? And you have to discard one?
Do I draw 5 and discard 1? Or
No,
just
When
you
you
draw
refresh?
up to
refresh?
5.
Yeah,
Up
that's
to
it.
5.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
up to.
So we're going to play this one, because
Sure.
we don't have to do that, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, sweet, let's do that. Discard a card that we don't have. Nice.
Okay. So
Okay.
here's 2.
Oh yeah, because we're going to refresh on our next turn.
We have
yeah.
to.
Yeah. So we don't know what these are yet.
So I'm going to play the Psychic.
Uh,
You discard 2 cards.
we don't
we
have
have
any
no
cards.
cards.
Okay, that's fine. And I rearrange your protocols.
Oh no. Interesting. Okay. I really hope we've got some life cards now. Light cards, sorry. So we are just doing a refresh now.
Yeah.
we're gonna
So
get,
2,
mhm. It's a race to get
3,
he's got 6
4,
already.
5.
We're
There
really
you
need
go.
to find
That's
some
our
cards for
turn.
them
Your
to-
turn.
Okay, I'll be compiling this
Yes, you will.
unless you guys can
Can
stop
we
me.
stop him?
You discard one card. Okay, right.
I'm looking.
That's fine. Oh,
I mean, we have to play one of these.
I think this one. That's one potential we can do, and then that one maybe later.
Okay.
Hey, Peter Carlson says, this feels a little like Air, Land, and Sea.
Yeah,
That's what Russ told
Do you know
us
what the
when
funny
we
thing
played
is that when I played this, I loved it. I really enjoyed this game. I didn't make the connection about how close it was to that game until somebody else pointed out to me. I was like, of course it feels a lot like that. It is very similar. I think the only thing we can do is
Just
delay. Yeah. I mean,
Delay it.
yeah.
Okay.
The sad thing is that I still think that we're going to have a tough time with the cards that we've got. Unless, well...
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's just slow him down for a second.
Yeah, okay, I think we have to do that. So
A
we're
little glitch in your
Yeah.
compiling.
So we're going to play this here.
No, yeah, life.
Flip one card, so we're going to flip that psychic card down, and then we flip one card. So do we want to flip this one, or do we want to flip this one?
Well, it gives us more points.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, we're flipping that one.
I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because this would be recompiling, but
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to compile next turn, but you guys can only play face down this time.
You're on 9, right?
This makes it 10.
No, 9.
Oh, it is. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Your opponent can only play cards face down, and then
Yep.
at the start you have to... Oh, but it's going to be 10 on his next turn. You could have just played that face down if you wanted.
Yeah, but I want you guys to play only 2s.
Oh, I see. Okay, cool. Right, do we have any thoughts about what we want to...
Not really. Give up as face down. What
Well,
did
we-
this one do?
Oh, actually, wait. This one would be good.
Well, we have to play it face down, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, but okay, that one we can save anyway. So let's play this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you want to put it?
Are we... Oh, we'll put it here. We have to put it
Okay.
here.
It
Face
has to be
down.
played face
Oh
down.
my gosh, sorry. We completely forgot that. Okay, which one do we
What was
not
the
want
whole
to...
point of that?
That one, right?
That
Because
one?
it changes it to a better number, and we put
Yeah.
it in light, and there you go.
Oh, wait, hang on. Because of this... Because of that... Wait, hang on. Because of that one,
Yeah.
then we what one of these do we want to keep? That one, maybe, yeah. So we'll play this one. And we'll play it here?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Right?
We're doing that, yeah.
There you go.
So...
Our turn again.
Okay, so now we're going to play this card here.
Okay.
Which is shift all face down cards in this line to another line. So we'll move all of these face down cards to this line over here. We're safe for a minute.
I'm gonna
Another minute.
refresh.
We're just holding it off, holding
Okay.
it off.
Oh, yeah, it's... Okay, so let's do this one,
Okay.
and then we can potentially, so we'll play this one into here. So this one, draw 2 cards, and reveal 1 face down card, and we can either shift or flip that card. Do you remember what these are? Oh, we
No.
know what this one is, right? Didn't we look at this one before? Do we care about it? Or do you want to take a chance on this one?
Take a chance on that one.
Take a chance
I
on
don't
this
want to see stuff.
All right. Play the top card of your deck face down in each other line, which would bring us up to 10.
Right now?
Yeah, because it's flipped.
Okay.
We can shift or flip that card, so let's just flip this over. Oh no, we want to. We don't have to. It says you may, so we won't do that. So yeah, we'll just
Put the
play that
twos.
in each other line. So just a 2 here and a 2 here. Yeah.
2.
And we're on 9 on that one. We're not even trying to
2.
win that one. We've
No.
just almost compiled it.
Okay. I'm gonna play this to the psychic, and I'll shift.
Yeah.
Oh, you can only shift uncovered cards. So maybe this one.
Sure.
Bearing in mind that triggers this as well.
Whatever.
So we're going to draw 2 cards, reveal 1 face down.
Okay.
Do you want to reveal this one or this one?
Well, these we pulled out, right? Well, we're trying to get water to... No, we're trying to get light.
This is the one we want. Yeah.
Darn. Okay.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
This is compiling next turn.
Let's just
Yeah,
do
but
this.
we've got another 10 to potentially, hopefully, store. All right, sweet. And that says you may shift or flip this card. So if we did this one here to over here,
Okay.
and your opponent reveals their hands, but it's just a
Okay.
metal, psychic gravity, and then we've got a turn. So we're compiling now.
No, it's
That
his
was
turn.
you guys just played.
No, that was because
Oh, you revealed the card.
Yeah, we revealed the card. Wow,
What?
that was close.
Yeah, that was.
I thought it was his turn now.
No. My card did that.
So his turn was to
Oh.
to shift. Shift a card which revealed that one. So we were just doing that. We were doing to reveal a face down and then shift this over here. So that was just the ending.
Oh,
Lincoln's
of the
turn.
card
Now
he
I
played.
compile.
No, but we compile.
You guys just finished. You don't
No,
compile now.
So that was just. Sorry.
I'm tired of this.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Explain it to me.
So that card, because you uncovered this card, we were triggering that. So that was just resolving this. So we drew 2
Fine.
cards.
Done. Good.
Yeah. Sorry.
Well,
Okay.
it's insane because I
Yeah.
can't control anything, and all I get it's constant change on your end. Fine. Good.
Yeah. So obviously this is it's a little bit chaotic, this game.
It's way chaotic.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's just because part of the game is once you know the cards a little bit, and obviously you didn't get to draft any of the protocols knowing what they do. So I think once you understand a little bit about what they can do, you can maybe draft some of the protocols that work together a little bit better. And we did get a bit lucky as well because we got a really strong card revealed,
Yeah.
which we didn't know was there. And that obviously, if that hadn't been a light card of that value, we wouldn't have been able to move that. So you would have won that had it not been for that luck at the end.
Cool.
Interesting.
Well, there's no, it's harder on my end. There's no thinking. And you guys really should share with the audience, too, what you're thinking, by the way, so when you're doing that. But that's fine.
Sorry, I didn't...
No, it's cool. It's cool. No, it's neat. It's interesting. But yeah, it was just insane. Like,
it was kind of wild, like how it just felt like we were so close the whole time as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially at the end, they got a little bit lost in the admin of doing that because as you almost
I totally
didn't
thought it
even
was
realize,
his turn next.
Yeah.
I thought we were doing our turn. So.
The other thing I like about it is I assume it's real art, like not AI art, because it's so
hope
nice.
not. I mean, that's the frustration with all that stuff.
But if you look at the card art on it, I think that the artwork on it is really good. There's also a mini expansion that they
Oh, that's
released.
part of it? Okay.
Yeah, so I think you can buy this as well as the main stuff.
Let me look.
And yeah, do you want to see the new stuff? This one is kind of fun because the what do you call it? The protocols, they are thematically sort of linked. So you've got love, hate, and apathy.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay.
which is kind of cool. So yeah, this one allows you to gift. So this isn't a mechanic in the base game, but this allows you to give cards from your deck to somebody else. And then hate allows you to delete cards from both at the same time.
Oh, they don't have the expansion here.
Okay.
Oh, they don't?
Well, I mean, just Amazon. They have the game available.
But
on Amazon?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is, I think it's actually fairly cheap for the game as well.
It's $20 here.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
Oh, wait,
for
there's
a
other
game.
things. Auxiliary unit, is that what that is?
I think that might be the expansion, yeah.
There, it's all on there.
Oh, sweet.
Oh,
So
auxiliary.
you
And a-
can go out
and
and
a
buy
playmat.
this right now.
Oh, and
if
a
you wanted to.
playmat. Do.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
with
the
with the
playmat.
rose, yeah.
Oh yeah, we played with the playmat at the UK Games Expo, and it was really nice because it just, I don't know, it made it a little bit more easy to sort of keep track of the lanes, and it also looks really nice. But I don't have it, unfortunately.
Okay.
But I like this. It's just like an easy
look at
game you
that.
can pick up. Sorry. Oh yeah,
Look at
through
the
it.
stack.
Yeah.
The stacks, yeah.
So there's
Did we see all the different stacks with that?
We saw the 12 that you got at the beginning,
Yeah,
at the front, but we didn't like delve into them or anything.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. The other ones that we didn't see, yeah.
Fire.
Look at this one. I think that
Spirit.
looks really cool.
Spirit looks cool. There's like a fish.
And it's like almost like a bit psychedelic, the artwork on here.
Oh yeah, we didn't. None of us did death.
Yeah, it could be good.
Speed.
And also the just the back side of the one where you're compiling actually just looks a bit like a glitched.
Like a pixely.
Yeah, and so when you complete it, it's like the picture's finally loaded. But there's some neat stuff in there.
Oh, is that what's going on?
What, the images?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like a glitched out version of the final image.
Oh, wow.
So you can see what you're sort of working
Yeah.
towards. Yeah, when I first played the first couple of games, I just picked the things based on vibes. But since I've played it a bit more,
Right.
I do tend to look and make sure if I want to like build a little deck around a certain mechanic, you can. You can like do a lot of flipping. And then also you know exactly what kind of mechanics are in there. So if you were like
Shift
really like flipping
manipulate.
as a
Well, I
mechanic.
did pick that.
Oh,
I was
okay.
because I didn't want a bunch of the same thing. Right, shift flip. Because the second one I was actually contemplating was almost the same thing in a different order. This one was the same thing in a different order. I think from Gravity because that was my first one. But this one is draw, manipulate, shift, and that sounded exciting. Which it was. That was actually kind of the most exciting deck I had.
Manipulating was the one which let you rearrange the protocols,
Correct,
right? Man,
yeah.
that messed us up actually. That did mess us up a couple of times. Because it felt like we had to start, and you also made us compile one that we already
Didn't matter,
compiled,
yeah.
which is kind of fun.
There we go.
Yeah, so I like it. As you said, it feels a little bit like, sorry, as Peter said, it
Yeah,
feels a little
I've
bit
never,
like
you know.
air, land, and sea, but it's a little bit more, well, it's a lot more complicated because you have you have different decks each time,
Right.
whereas in air, land, and sea, I believe you just have the same like deck the whole time.
Okay.
So it's kind of cool that this almost feels like an evolved version of that
All right.
that game. And I don't like cyberpunk. I don't know if this classes as
that's kinda
cyberpunk.
cool. I mean, I feel it kind of feels like that.
Yeah, but I've never really been interested in that. I've played Netrunner before.
Okay.
Yep.
And I just never really got on with it. I know that it was a good game.
God, this is a crazy card, and I got to play it twice. That
Which
was
one?
That's 6 or
That too.
Yeah, your opponent discards 2 cards and rearranges their protocols is so harsh because we had to get rid of we had some
No, you
tough
guys went through your
choices.
stack way faster than I
Yeah.
did because I kept having you guys discard stuff.
Also, your drawing ability was really good because you
Yeah.
constantly felt like you were.
Well, that was the psychic thing.
Did the
And there might have
psychic
been
say
something
ooh?
else.
Hello.
Hey, El Bistro. Thanks for the follow.
That was the first time I heard that. Such a kooky.
Oh, the mellow one?
Oh,
Yeah,
that
it's
one?
it's more
Yeah.
beatniky
Yeah.
thing. Let's see, what was the other one?
Does the psychic one say like what it's
Yeah, that was the
Yeah,
one.
they also on the reverse
draw,
side.
manipulate, shift? Okay.
So I think manipulate is the
Yeah.
one where you move stuff around. But is there anything like forced discard? Did we look at any of those cards? So
Well, this was one I really wanted to play, but it didn't. I needed to discard a card, and I'm like, well, I'll
Your
just...
opponent's
Oh,
total
yeah.
value in this line is
and
reduced
there's
by
another
2.
crazy
Flip
one.
one card.
So that could have stopped us from
You
compiling.
guys had that other crazy 8. It was not 8 yet, but there's the one. I have one that is like when they have 8 cards in a pile. Where's that one?
Oh yeah, when there's 8 or more cards, and you played that
which
one
is insane,
first,
but you're
didn't you?
getting close.
Yeah.
It wasn't there though, but
I
I was
think-
like, I was kind of eager
Was
for
that-
that to get there. There it is. Draw, because this is the defensive one. Delete all the cards in one other line with 8 or more cards.
And
all
that
the
includes
cards.
yeah, that includes
Yeah.
both cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it didn't matter to me, right? I wasn't
Yeah.
working on the one that I
That's a really good card to pull if you don't care about the lane that your opponent
for
is
sure. Well,
building
that's the
towards.
whole
Right.
point of, like, to me, once you've completed a compile line, you want to try to get stuff in there that could potentially move into your piles. You know what I mean? That's what you really want. I wonder, what was speed?
Oh, so this
Draw
one.
shift plate.
There's one
Draw
cool
play
card
shift.
in here that actually it's got. I think it's a 0 or a 1. This one doesn't look like it does much. This one is just play one card and it's 0.
Ooh.
So you think, well, what's the point of this? But if you combo that with cards that let you shift and flip cards, then you can use this again. So you can play a card, shift it, and then get to play another card in the same turn. So it doesn't actually contribute anything towards the protocol itself, but it allows you to like play more cards in turns later on, which I think is a really cool mechanic. And then there's that plague one is kind of cool because it says you can force discard. So if you have a bad hand, you can just discard cards, and your opponent discards the same number of cards
It's
plus
kind of weird
1.
though. Like, I mean, this would be fun on date night, but the problem is it's too much in secret stuff.
Information.
Well, no, it's
we
fine,
could
but like,
play open hand.
well, no, but my point is like it just makes it so it's not necessarily exciting because this is one of these ones that it's a you know, kind of a mini deck builder thingy where you're getting
Yeah.
the different things, and so you're kind of just scheming the whole time, you know, what
Yeah.
you can do.
I think that this definitely feels a little bit like more of an advanced
That's crazy.
game. I think that, yeah, when I was mentioning about Netrunner earlier on, I think the theme for this one just feels more, I don't know, more fitting. I guess it's because the artwork I really like on this
Yeah.
in this game, but the gameplay itself as well, I'm a big fan of. And I don't usually like deck builders, especially ones which
Well,
are a
this
bit
isn't
more,
really like. I
Yeah.
mean, I like that it's basically you're looking at what they do and you
Yeah.
hope to build 3 things that might
Yeah.
be interesting. And the fact that there's expansion stuff could
Yeah.
be really cool for this one.
Yeah, I think there's even more stuff that they're planning in the future. And I was thinking, how do they get so much? That I felt like that with Unmatched as well. How they're using the same core abilities in the game, which is moving,
And how much variety you
and
get
how
with-
much variety
yeah,
they
yeah.
got. How many
I mean,
characters do they have now? They must have
so many.
dozens.
Yeah, yeah.
And that they still create characters that feel unique
Well, they have
and
that.
distinct.
I'm glad that they actually announced. So we had one of those Bruce
Bruce
Lees.
Lee's.
We had one of the Bruce Lees in the charity sale in March or May, and I think it went for a lot of money.
Yeah.
Right? And it wasn't crazy. It wasn't $200 like somebody had.
Yeah.
But they announced that they were releasing those to get people to stop paying because it was coming. But
Yeah.
it's still having that little deck is still worth it and rare,
Yeah.
right? It's interesting, but yeah, but they also can't release it individually, is what I heard.
Oh.
I gotta go.
You gotta go. Okay,
Yeah.
is it they calling right now?
Well, they sent me some paperwork I have to fill out pre-meeting.
Okay. Well, we're almost done here.
You
anyway.
guys can keep going.
Yeah. No, we're almost done. It's almost noon anyway, and we got Russ wanting to see the sights.
See the sights of
Sightseeing.
LA, yeah.
Um,
My friend bought. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you.
no.
Thing.
Go
Keep
for it.
going.
No, you're
I'm
good.
gonna go.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
with my friend bought. My friend is a big fan of Unmatched, and he's been talking about Bruce Lee and Deadpool for ages because they're the ones that he wanted but never got. So he's
Right.
been kind of
Well,
thinking.
they were super hard to get, like really quick.
So he has 2 kids. They're about like I would say like 5 or 7 and
This looks
like
cheery.
9 to 10.
Death, you mean, Jackie?
Well, you don't have
This-
to play with
You're
that.
just looking at you're just looking at the glum ones. We've got life and water and light
Yeah, I
and
took.
speed.
Well, I ended up switching. I was like, I want to build, right?
Oh.
But
and don't forget
apathy is that one?
love. There's love as
There's
well.
love.
Didn't I just see apathy though?
Yeah,
Yes, apathy. That's the expansion, though.
love.
Okay,
It's all love.
there I go.
Bye, Nikki.
Bye,
Okay,
sorry,
cutie.
you have to go.
Yep, see you in there in a bit.
Anyway, so he bought this. He's got 2 kids who really love Unmatched, and they're really good at it, and they love playing it. And he's like, "Oh, their birthday's coming up. Like, I think I'm gonna bite the bullet, and I'm gonna pay."
Are they twins?
No. They're like they're a couple of years apart, but they must have birthdays that are close
yeah,
together.
close, yeah.
And
They're like, so I get to celebrate my birthday with my sibling.
so he bit the bullet, and he paid. I'm gonna say the equivalent of about $200
To get the 2
to get 2, and they weren't even in the box. They were just the decks and the
Decks, yeah.
characters. And he bought them, and literally 2 weeks later, they announced the Bruce Lee set. So
But
he's,
they didn't have the Deadpool.
That's
which-
true.
which-
He still
which
has
we
that
do.
one, but based on his luck, they'll probably announce it in another 2
Yeah,
weeks.
yeah.
But he was devastated. He'd hold off for so long, for years.
It
and
was
then
a
eventually,
gift, and
yeah.
when you do that, it's worth it.
Yeah, and
Um,
obviously still not going to be available for a while anyway. So.
Right, next year.
Yeah.
They
so,
were just announcing so people would stop paying.
Yeah. It's
Um,
cool though. I'm glad they're bringing it back.
Yeah, I don't like the limited idea, right? I mean, and there's probably license issues for that. I mean, that was what they were saying. I think I was saying, or maybe I already said it. But they can't release Bruce Lee individually. That is now the license won't allow them to do another rerun of that. But it can be in a set, which it's with Muhammad Ali. I'm not really certain
Yeah.
why any of that. Who knows? It's licensing.
Yeah, I'm
stuff.
curious about that. I'm sure if anyone, I'd be curious if anyone had any information
I'm
about why
intrigued
that would be
that
the
it's
case.
still happening because you know how they were doing that with Mondo, and I
Yeah.
thought a lot of those licensing things came from Mondo, right? Because they had Marvel and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But obviously, they have good relationships and are able to do that.
I just think, like, specifically with the Bruce Lee thing, if they aren't allowed to release it on their own, because it almost feels like it makes him less special. It's like he can't be the star character. He has to be in a...
Well, right,
another
but
one.
whatever they had
Yeah.
some sort of deal to do that, and now it can be part of another thing. I'm not certain why that would be the case.
You know
My
the map's
educated
going to be a
guess on the
boxing
situation, there's
right.
probably something written in a contract somewhere about the family name being marketable and who gets a cut of whatnot. And so if it becomes part of a set, then they can't argue that it's being sold on the name, is my
Sure.
guess.
Yeah,
That's
a
like
good
the
one.
best educated guess I can
Well, I
come
mean,
up with.
Justin's a lawyer, so he knows what he's
Mhm.
doing for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's always because it's like Stephen Bonacore with Stronghold Games, like just was forensic research to figure out where the rights to these games lie, and that was pretty amazing. So he was able to dig up things that people wanted to release for a long time and found, was able to find. I believe his story for either. What was the name of it? It came out as. It's a terrible name. But it was basically a stock market game. We have it, the original version from Hexa Games. But that one or Survive, like he had to do a ton of work to find.
Oh, like the Escape from Atlantis game?
Yes.
Oh,
So that was the first one that they did, and that was really exciting because, it was...
yeah.
I mean, it was not gone because Waddington's or something like that
Yeah.
put it out. But, like, he was able to track it down and get it to be re-released. And
Oh, and that did presumably really well. Because,
yeah, I mean, I think
yeah.
now it's in control with
Yalla?
with Asmodee.
Oh yeah.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think somebody like Repos or somebody did it with them.
They've
at
just
one
done a
point.
new version of it called Survive the Island. I think
Yeah.
it's the new. I did see a sneak peek of that actually.
Yeah, it
but
looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, we love that game. So I have one that I handmade.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
At the time, way before that came out, my friend had purchased one. Like, it was one of the games he loved as a kid, and I think he bought it again. Like, maybe it was lost or whatever. And so I'm like, wow. And it wasn't terribly expensive, but I thought, wow, this is really a cool game. So I made it like, standard box style with, I shot the images on the
No
cover
way.
and did all. But I used the original art, like the insert of the big Parker Brothers or whatever it was, Milton Bradley one, had like this really great line drawing. So I
that's
scanned
cool.
that, I had like access to large scanner, large printers, and so I
That
made
is
my own
such
thing and
effort.
did the full color. The only thing I was disappointed by was the back cover. You know how you have the game setup image? That was just not lit very well.
Oh.
But otherwise it was pretty fun. But I made the tiles, I used everything but like upgraded. So I upgraded the fonts and all that stuff, but made them myself and double, hand cut all the tiles, stuck the stickers on both sides. I think what I did on that was made the one side with the color of the art, and then flipped them over, and then just had the shape of with the words, right, or the symbol, and then I just stuck it on there, made sure it was lined up right, and then just trimmed off the back. I mean, I figured out a lot of stuff.
Honestly, it's so cool that you did that. My friend made her own version of Catan, as a lot of people do, and she put a lot of effort into that, and I just like admire that effort.
My gosh, well, the one I wanted, it was on BGG, and I'm sure the photos are still there. There's just jillions of photos on BGG, but there was, I think it could have been an Acquire, but it might have been a Big Boss. I feel like it's Acquire, but they had milled aluminum top parts for the buildings.
Yeah.
And I don't remember. I pretty much feel like it's Big Boss. And it was an amazing, amazing production. I don't know if they milled everything out of aluminum, but it was like, beyond my skills.
When you say milled,
Yeah, you like have, you take a block of aluminum and you mill it into a shape of a, a Gothic building or whatever.
okay,
because I'm pretty certain.
I know that the latest version of Big Boss has really cool pieces. That
Oh yeah,
do
it's a
look like-
very nice job,
Yeah.
especially because I think that game was not very expensive
to buy.
at retail price. Yeah, it was. I was really knocked out by it. Let's look at Big Boss real quick.
I'm like curious because I've never made a copy of
So I
a
also
game.
I did that game, and then I did Speculation, which was Queen put it out. I kept prodding them because I had met Dirk Henn, and I asked Rajiv, I'm like, "What? You've redone all his, the DB Spiele games, which are Dirk and Barbara Henn, and why haven't you done Speculation? It's really a great game, and it really is, but it didn't do well. I mean, there was a Kickstarter for it. They made a change. The original game had dice, and I think they changed it to tokens for drawing, like what would happen with the market change. And then they just made a promo that had the dice, so you had the regular version of the game.
Okay, cool. That's a good idea.
And it was pretty impressive.
The only time I've been tempted to make a version of a game of my own is more of a retheme. Is and this is so silly because I don't really hold against.
There's
game
Dave's
going.
photograph of his copy that he did
wow.
back when it needed photos.
Oh my gosh.
But I feel this is the one. It's sad. The game does not, even after the re-release, it's not like people really talk about it. Except us. Oh, there you go. These are the pieces.
Found it?
This is custom-made metal caps. So that one actually looks like a Lego, but you can see he milled them.
Oh, nice.
I think it's aluminum.
That's cool. I can see. So those go on the top of the buildings.
Yep. So I don't know if.
That's awesome. So they look like
I think
old school skyscrapers.
Yeah, exactly it. So that must be all that he did. I could have. Oh no, here you go. Let's see the full image.
Said, I love Compile, super elegant system, graphics are beautiful, and most importantly, the text doesn't get lost in the art. The game map for it's really smooth too. The game mat is good. I never got it.
Well, maybe we'll probably buy it all if we do it on the show. But look at this. So this is all entirely milled. They milled all the pieces.
Oh my
they
gosh,
milled the
it's
board.
so shiny.
Yeah, it is
so shiny.
phenomenal. And then look at these. Yeah, there you go. It's kind of what it looks like.
Oh
But
my
yeah, I
gosh.
was knocked out by that.
I love the neon.
So I actually started to make. So I did speculation. I did survive. I was doing a bunch of S games there. No, but then I was going to try to do Big Boss, and I actually laser cut a bunch of pieces, and I was going to do each of the buildings to look like skyscrapers. So there's a way that you can glue those to plexiglass together where it's perfect, and so you could do color transitions and stuff like that. So
Cool.
I was going to do all that, and then Dave got us a copy. That was the first step, and then the second step was like, do I want to spend this much time on?
Yeah.
But I have all the plastics. I think
The
it's
thing
like
is,
around here somewhere.
You like you are quite crafty though, because you paint as well. I'm
I
just
love to
not a
paint.
crafty person. That's cool. Have you seen
Retheme
Retheme My Lost Cities with Adventures of
Oh wow,
Tintin?
no, I love that stuff.
Do you know what? Immediately when you said that, I thought of the Lost Expedition
Yeah.
because it feels like a Tintin kind of game.
Oh, I love that. That's
Yeah.
the Osprey Games one.
yeah,
Yeah.
I love the artwork.
That was
on
like the beginning of them for me, where they were like seriously kind of shifting their tone a little bit, and they're making a big shift. They purchased another publisher, I think, Plastic Soldier Company.
Osprey?
Yeah.
They-
PSC.
they're doing quite a variety of types of games now. They've
And
just
new-
an Undaunted Callisto.
Yeah,
which is
that
a
was neat. But they're
spacey-
doing like I think they're actually doing other lighter games as well. Like they're broadening their range of what they
General
offer.
Orders. Like, do you know that one?
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
not played that one, but that looks kind of. They're trying to be a lighter worker placement game.
Right.
And then,
Well, I mean, they did High Society with the beautiful
That was
Medusa
them, yeah, of
Dollmaker
course.
art. You know, I mean, they're doing great stuff. It's exciting to see all that.
I know somebody works
Plus,
for them.
we
Benji,
loved
he's really cool.
Village Rails, which is the tiniest little
great,
game, but it's
yeah.
actually kind of a deep game in this dinky little box.
Did
know?
you play it on?
We did a
Yeah,
show
because
with-
I think I saw that, and
Yeah.
I got a copy for our.
Well, it's funny because I
cafe.
saw the picture. I was excited about the game.
Yeah.
Saw a picture of the box. Then I got it. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's the dinkiest little
Yeah,
box.
because you only
It was
need
really
these small
great.
cards as well.
Yeah, you have that little frame and then the little
But I love
cards.
that because it really does make you want to like perfect your your board, right? You want to get the exact.
It's
right
hard. It's
I know.
impossible to do. It's
That's
actually
why it's so
impossible to
good
do.
because it's making you want to do the impossible.
It's
You're like, I can do
exactly-
it. You're like,
yeah,
no, you
it's really
can't. You
good.
can't do that. But I love that game. And then they've got another game coming out, which I'm really curious about, and it's a war theme, but it's a narrative one. And it's set, I think it's set in like World War II. It's not out yet, but it's coming out soon, and it looks really cool. If anyone knows what that is,
But yeah, this was posted in 2008. Big Boss Made of
War
Metal.
Story. There we go, Peter. Thank you. Yeah, War Story. Have you heard of that? It's a narrative, almost like different timeline. Choose your own adventure. Not really, but what your decisions kind of make the story change. And it's played over various chapters, and I really just like the look of it. I'm hoping
I have fun.
to get a copy of
I
that.
mean, it was. I didn't read. So I did my speculation. So here's the deal about speculation, though. So I wanted to do one, and you couldn't get. Dave has an original version of it. The DB Spiel games are like all handmade, entirely handmade. They had these book-like boxes that had a leather strap to hold it closed. Everything was like laminated, and they cut the
Wow.
cards. It was crazy. So I was like, oh, I want to do one of these. And then I saw somebody on BGG did their own with the art based on the Nikkei index. You know, and he's Japanese. He actually designed R Eco, the game R Eco, but he's also an artist. And so I just wrote him. I'm like, hey, I really want to print a version of yours. Would you swap files with me? And I gave him my speculation files that I put together, and it was great.
Wow.
And I did the whole thing. I even had to make more art because I made like the tray art again. I was aiming for my effort like on the survive, and it turned out great. And it finished. The only thing I didn't do was the back of the box with a picture of the. I was like,
Yeah.
I was going to try harder to do a better job and never got to it. And then they came out with the Queen Games version, which is very nice.
Do you know? I don't think I've ever played it.
It's fun. It's a
Yeah.
market game that plays well with 6, and it's insane the how the market fluctuates.
It's not like what's that game? Pit. It's not.
No,
Isn't it?
nothing like
I
that.
feel like that.
You are
is
ba-
that a market?
It's not.
game?
It's well. This is a stock market game.
Ah,
So you're
okay.
literally trying to influence the values of the stocks and when you get out and stuff like that. It's really fun.
Okay.
I mean, I really love that game, and so Dave introduced us to that because he had the DB Spiele one. But yeah, they used to sell their stuff at the con out of like a backpack. You would pre-order it, and that was
No
like
way.
I think Winsome Games too was the same way with the train games.
Is there any companies still doing stuff like that?
Well,
I like Button Shy.
there's an abstract. Well, yeah, but
They're like
there's
very,
an abstract designer, and he has done that for a while. I'm not remembering his name exactly, but you'd pre-order it and pick it up from him, and he would sell them out of his backpack, you know. And I believe he's moved up. Maybe I don't remember. It's been, you know, because we've been to Spiel, but we haven't really been. We don't have we have a booth this year, but it's not the same where people would come and visit and show us the new stuff. And that was really how you kept up on things. Like it was for us to do that. It was wonderful because we'd just be in our booth,
and then everyone
would come to us and show us all the new stuff. So it was a tremendous treat, and you got to see everything. And of course, we'd see something like, oh my gosh, I got to run out and buy that, you know.
Yeah.
Which was awesome.
That's great. There's also like a base view in that hall, which is, it takes a surprisingly long amount of time to walk to where you want to go sometimes, because the halls are big, you can
And
easily
crowded.
get lost, and the crowds, especially on the weekend.
I think I'm gonna have to get a wheelchair when I go this time, which is unfortunate.
With one of those snow plow things.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
front
it's a cow catcher.
Yeah,
Cow catcher.
just to bash everyone out of the way.
Well, our plan is we don't have everything really close together, the meetings.
Yeah.
So it's like, hopefully, I mean, there's no way I'll be tripping people and people will be tripping me with the crutches. So we have to figure all that out. We do have some of the meetings in our booth, which is great. But you know, most of these publishers are busy. They can't come to us, you know.
Because I think that's actually how we met, is because I came to your booth.
Oh yeah, I mean, I
Spiel.
remember
Yeah.
talking to you
Yeah.
outside the booth for a long time.
Yeah.
You know me, you can't shut me up. He was trying to go to bed the other night, and I was like, blah 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 blah. I'm like, okay, I'll let you go to bed now. And I could see him. He's like, you know, he's winding
was,
down.
like,
It was
falling
first
asleep,
day,
yeah.
so yeah.
The
He had-
jet lag was really
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But you were like full of energy up until it was like you were like a droid powering down real
Yeah,
quick. It was like,
it's like a phone. Like, yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine. And then it's about 5% battery, and I was like, no, okay, now I'm going to slow down and stop doing stuff.
I got to slow down or I'm going to be
Yeah.
completely break down. Well, cool. Thanks everybody for joining us. We will, let me think here. I don't think we stream again before we leave for Spiel. We leave in a week.
And you're gone for 3 weeks, right?
Yeah. We have we are filming on Thursday. Well, at least that's the plan. If that changes, maybe I'll do a paint stream. I don't know. Russ will be leaving. What time is your flight on Thursday?
Thursday, like 8 p.m. or
Wow.
something like
Okay.
that.
Well, it's good too. You're leaving out of a smaller airport.
Yeah.
So yeah, you won't see us for a few weeks, but we pay attention to what we're going to do. Nikki's going to try to do stuff from Spiel, and Derek, I don't know if you'll be working on any of that stuff till she gets back, but Candace will be creating some stuff at Spiel as well.
That's awesome.
And we do have a booth, so if you are, thanks David, saying have a safe trip. But if you're at Spiel, let us come by the booth. We'll be there as much as we can. Really, the busiest day I have is Thursday. Most everybody wants to get that stuff done, and we try to we've done it very dense. Spiel and Gen Con both recently. We've done a lot of meetings that day. We will not be able to do that this year. I'm going to slow things down because I can't get around quickly. But the free Similo deck, yeah.
Is that the one with
I know,
board
Derek.
games?
Do you have arrangements to get that, Derek?
Candace is going to take care of me. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. I will probably, I mean, she's going to take care of you, you'll be good. But I have them, but it's not like I need them. They're not really, it's fun to have them, but they're not really that great because they're kind of crazy.
Yeah, they're for gaming fans. And
Yeah.
if you're super locked in on how you play the regular decks of Similo, this is probably going to throw you for a loop because
Is
you're
she gonna-
dealing with
Yeah.
yeah.
Wildly different
It's all
styles of art.
because the artwork across all those different games are incredibly varied and
Yeah. Francis is going to get you the new one as well.
scaled
the
and-
Jurassic
yeah,
Park one.
If she can, I'm gonna try to reach out and see if I can have because apparently Horrible Guild was like, oh, had we known it was for you, we wouldn't have charged. And I'm like, oh well, if you're going to give me stuff, I will tell you who's coming on my behalf, please.
Yeah. It's not terribly expensive. We actually bought the stuff last year. Well, we attempted to buy the stuff, and they stopped us from paying. But it was like, no, we love this. We want to, but but generally, yeah, we don't take that many games. We don't. Well, first of all, it's just tough getting them home.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're excited to go. I mean, there's
Yeah,
a lot.
I would never. Yeah, I'm not trying to mule. These are decks of cards that are this big, so I feel like they'll fit.
They're not painful. Yeah.
something,
Well,
yeah.
that was my mistake at Spielwarenmesse in 2018, maybe, or 2019. I think it must have been 2019. I'm like, I'll take decks of cards. Well, guess what? Lots of decks of cards are heavy.
Yeah.
And so I couldn't. I had
And
all
me
this
too in
gear.
Decision 101. That is
Yeah.
probably my number one game right now. Similar.
Yeah,
Love it.
Simo's awesome. So but I had like tried to put them in my bags were going to be too heavy. I had too much gear. We were traveling with gear, and so I lined my jacket with decks of cards. Now it wasn't that many, but it was heavy.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
And so like if they weigh me, now I mean I'm not that heavy, so maybe I still would have been pretty light, but it was still a lot of decks of cards. When you go with the smaller regional flights in Europe, they're more restrictive of even though you're tying into an international flight, they're often more lenient with the bag. You get to check the bag that will go in on the main one, but still, I was super nervous because I just had so much weight. You know, like my backpack was full.
Also, you'd have been devastated to if you had to leave the cards behind as well.
True. I mean, but still, I did not. So the reason why I learned my lesson is in 2018, we went to Spielwarenmesse and the Mind came out.
Yeah.
And I did not want to. I was trying not to take anything, and I didn't ask for a deck of the cards of the Mind, and so we played it like out of the game deck. We modified a game deck to play it.
It's the same.
And then but then we had friends send us one so we could do it on the show because we were super excited. Because Scott was like, "What is this game?" And so we mocked it up and after we filmed something and played the game, so he saw how it worked. And I was regretting not taking a deck of cards, right? You know, it's like, dang, I should have got just that one at a minimum, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, $150
for railroad tiles. What does that include? Is that the base game and all expansions?
It says 40. Okay, 150 there.
It was a series of typos.
But is that what the game's costing? The cost of that game, Railroad Tiles?
That was a roller coaster, literally. 4,000.
$150. Anyway, everybody, take care. Look for us again in October. We'll be back we get back on the 14th. Probably the 18th or something like 14th. Yeah, the 18th we'll probably stream with some new game from Spiel, hopefully.
Yeah, that'd be
fun. For those of you on Twitch, we're going to raid Leader Games. Leader Games looks like they're hosting some sort of studio chat. They do have their chat on slow mode, so if you're the type that likes to spam emotes when we raid, you may want to refrain just in case they have some restrictions. You don't want to get yourself banned for spamming. But the chat is on slow mode, so yeah, not everything's going to go out in real time. But we're going to raid over there because we haven't seen them stream in a while. So
Take care, everybody.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye now.